ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second part of the Red Card Weekly's home show for The People Show. Guys, looks like Francis, my co-host, is dealing with some technical difficulties with the missus, so I don't know when he's going to be back. Let me take advantage and tell you about what
I'm the man of the house, it's enough, alright? That's it, you listen to me.
It looks like he's back, folks. It looks like he's back.
Let me have a drink. I'm really sorry to everybody. I apologize. For the married man, you know the way it is.
Look at this beautiful Benedetto that we have over here. Bruschetta.
Sorry, won't happen again.
Capicolo, fettate. Uva.
Alright, where we're at, Steve? What happened?
Let's go, let's go. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, okay, so we're at the second part, right?
It's the second part.
Alright, so we're the questions of our viewers. Next question. Johnny Arcadi that posted on our website a link saying that Milan were in talks with Pep Guardiola for the possibility of him taking the coaching job. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
Oh, come on. Just ask
Steve,
Go.
There's no chance Pep Guardiola will take the job at Milan. First of all, they don't have the money to buy players because there's definitely no way he's taking this team with those players on, right? He needs to buy at least 4 or 5 players, if not more. There's no quality players on that team, no world-class player. Pep Guardiola has a reputation to maintain. This guy started coaching and he's there. He's not taking a job there just to make it there. He doesn't even know if he could make it a bit higher. That Milan team's horrible. If anything, he's going to England, where everybody's going to give him carte blanche. They're going to give him the funds to spend. He's going to be in a good environment. And he won't have an owner telling him what to do, unlike at Milan. You can't tell me that's not true, Steve.
Pep Guardiola. Okay, for all the Milanists, yes, it's a very, very high coach to go pick up. Let's face it, yes, I have to agree with Francis that maybe we don't have the money to buy the players that Pep wants. But as a Milanist myself, the approach, let's make an approach. Silvio's gonna go get some money. I sent you the link. He's going and get oil money from Qatar.
That doesn't fit within the fair play regulations. We know that.
They're gonna make it fit somehow. So if Pep wants to come back to Italy, where he played with Brescia, maybe he's gonna want to coach. You want to take an Italian team up to the top.
Steve, we know he's going to England.
He's gonna go to England.
Wait.
To do what?
It's pretty clear that Alex Ferguson is leaving very soon, if not this year, next year. The Manchester United job is a very prestigious one.
Yes, Alex Ferguson is going to come to the home show next year and he's going to have a bottle of wine with us.
Are you denying that? Alex Ferguson's, that's it. He's at the end of the line, at the end of the road, and
Manchester United, you know they're going to want or another ex-legend to take over for them, or they're going to go get Mourinho.
They want Pep Guardiola, they want attractive soccer, offensive soccer. That's his job, guys. Take it from me, he's going to Manchester United. Before he even goes to Milan, he will take another 5 jobs in England. If not, he would probably take Bolton Wanderers before Milan.
QPR, right?
Probably, yeah.
QPR.
Why not?
Everybody goes to QPR.
Why not?
Next question.
Okay, alright. Next question. Sammy Mancini that made an appearance on one of our shows, but since then hasn't showed up again. The guy that looks like Borriello. He wanted to know which non-Italian player playing in Serie A would we want with our national team.
Woo. That's an easy one for me.
We were talking about it before, and it's a pretty unanimous decision. Steve?
El Matador, Cavani. We need that striker, that dominant striker. Yes, I know already some people, they're watching the video and they're going to say, we have Balotelli, But Balotelli is mentally deranged in the brain. Cavani is a goal machine.
He's the most dominant striker in Italy right now.
Yes.
Clearly.
In Italy, yes. And that's a sad thing, because we were talking about it, and it's not even to rehearse. Because we're just going to give you our comments about anything anyways, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't find anybody else.
We need wing backs. We're trying to look for foreigners. There's no great foreign wing back, so
there's no great Italian wing back.
Exactly, so there's no foreigners also, so that's out of the window. Midfield, we're pretty well stacked. Actually,
midfield is somewhere where right now we have a lot of options, and like we talked about in the first portion of the show, they just need to get their chances. But unfortunately, there's no one else. The pool of talent is drying very, very badly in the Serie A. It's actually pretty scary.
In terms of foreigners.
In terms of Italians, yes, we do, but not at the positions where we were talking about before, where we actually need them. these kids now, they start playing soccer and they don't want to play defense because they want to score goals, they want to take out their sweater, and they want to flex like the Hulk, like Balotelli.
We saw that Korean kid do it on YouTube. I don't know if people
He
saw
got
it.
4,900 million hits.
But whatever's Korean, it seems like lately on YouTube's been like a hot topic with Ganga style basically, if you're Korean, you're a hit on YouTube. We should look into inviting a Korean guy on our show.
So that's what happened. We had to settle with one person that we would want on the national team that's not Italian, and that would be Cavani. We tried to experiment with other people, talking about Jojo Jovetic, but like we talked about before, we have people.
We have that option.
We have that option, that type of midfielder. And why would we want to go get a foreigner when we have homegrown talent?
Exactly. Serie A is not what it used to be from maybe, let's go back to what, 4 years ago?
Oh,
At least.
4 or 5 years ago, where we could have picked from a pool of talent.
Back then it was a dream team and Serie A could have built
with foreigners. Unfortunately now,
nowhere near that.
it's very, very, very dry.
So, Sami, our answer is Cavani from Napoli. Next question. Brian Falco, which could possibly make an appearance on our show soon if his wife lets him come. But, I shouldn't talk about wives because I just had a hard time with mine. By the way, his wife, Francie Musso. Question. Brian wants to know, should the current Barcelona team be considered the greatest of all time? The Barcelona team of the last 3-4 years, should they be considered the greatest side of all time?
Okay, this is, I'm going to explain to you what this is. This is classic. I just started to watch soccer. Yes, they're
great.
They're good. But they're stock pool of talent that is unseen. It's not a team that, yes, they will dominate, but they can't be beaten. But they haven't
been beaten too often in the past few years, Steve.
Yeah, okay, but I think that
2 Champions League in the last 4 years. And they dominated Manchester in both finals.
I cannot say that they're the most dominating team.
Steve, they actually, what team do you remember, top of your head, controlling the game with such effectiveness, great passing? They have great quality. Have we seen teams have 65-70% possession in a final and they make something with their possession?
They do.
And they're the greatest player in the world right now. Possibly one of the top 5 of all time in Leo Messi.
Are we talking about Messi? Are we talking about
Messi? He's part of the team.
Question
he's part of the team.
No, I want to know because if there's a question, because the rest I'm going to bring it up now. Messi,
go.
As a superstar, gets cradled like a baby. No one hacks him. No one tries to take him out. No one wants to do anything because he's Messi. He's little Lionel Messi.
If you'd be Italian, you would never say that.
No.
Ever.
No. He has to get destroyed. Because he's the best player. Everybody else got destroyed. Maradona got destroyed. The butcher, in his book, took out his leg and broke his leg.
Listen, I saw Argentina against Uruguay this weekend. Lugano tried to kill Messi.
Yes.
He still gets up, he keeps on playing.
He gets up, but he does not take the abuse that other star players take.
Okay,
Ronaldo takes abuse.
Alright, so let's get back to Barcelona. I witnessed them personally at Camp Nou last year, playing against Milan, a 2-2 draw. But they're very, something else to see in person, they're spectacular. The movement off the ball is great. So they're playing like no other team has done before. I'm convinced. Okay, so if it's not Barcelona, who is it?
I say it's the Milan of the early 90s.
I have to give it to you. Great team.
Come on. Stacked at the back, Baresi, Costa Curta, Maldini, Tassotti, the 3 Dutchmen, Rijkaard, Gullit, and Van Basten. Rijkaard the general, Gullit a little bit of the flair, and possibly one of the most complete strikers we have seen, Marco Van Basten.
I think you're forgetting a player.
Who would forget?
I think the key of that team, I loved Savicevic. I was scared shitless of that guy. So much skill, flair. He was like a circus player. It was fantastic. I only scored against Barcelona in the final.
Very good player. Very good player.
Very good.
Yes, he was a very good player.
He was one of the best players on the team.
He was.
Baresi said he was one of the hardest players to play against in practice.
I'm pretty sure because he was all over the place. I don't think he never stopped.
Okay, I have to agree with you. They won 2 Champions League final 4-0 against the dream team of Barcelona at the time.
Destruction.
So I have to give it to you. Possibly one of the
Possibly.
greatest. I would go more with the Ajax team. I haven't actually seen them play complete games. I've seen a lot of footage.
Yeah.
I've read books on the subject. of total football. And Johan Cruyff apparently was out of this world. Also, possibly best player of all time.
Yeah.
Possibly. I can't judge. I haven't seen him play that much.
We can't, but I'm pretty sure some of our viewers that have.
But they brought
From
a
that
total different mentality of how to play the game in terms of.
I feel bad for Ajax. Let me tell you that one.
What do you mean you feel bad?
I feel bad for them because they develop all this talent, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, they don't have the funds for I don't know which region to keep these players at Ajax. Or else we will be talking about Ajax as the complete teams because all the teams we mentioned so far are all picking away at these pools of Ajax.
Well, Ajax was still there until the year 2000. They won the last time against Milan. Well, what year
Yeah.
was that? 96?
It was
Around then?
later 90s, yeah.
Okay, later 90s. I mean, they still had a great team, full of young prospects, and that's what happened eventually. They won the Champions League, they lost all their players. But now everybody wants to go play in England, and Barcelona, Real Madrid. Pretty much they call, and we want this guy, and end up there.
Exactly.
Because they pay what they have to pay.
They pay what they have to pay, and apparently the FIFA fair play doesn't apply to them.
Okay, so Brian, yes, Barcelona has to be considered in the group,
Considered. I'll give them considered.
but we do not think they are the greatest side of all time. It's very hard to compare.
Yes.
Anyways, guys, we'll finish our show with our favorite part of the show, the red card of the week. Vince is not here, but Steve, who's your red card of the week?
My red card of the week, it's gonna go to Michael Ballack. I have to say, it's gonna go to Michael Ballack just for one reason. I'm not gonna critique him as a player because he was a fantastic midfielder and he did a lot for the German team. Was great with Bayern Munich and went on to Chelsea. Suffered a bit, played well in Chelsea, but I think the longevity of his career was affected a little bit by injury. But Michael, do us a favor here in North America. We want to see players like you. Everybody else did it to extend their career. Beckham did it. Even a little bit younger than he was supposed to do, but he did it.
I think his agent messed it up. I think
Yeah.
they had a bigger offer coming in,
Henry.
trying to get money, and it was too late.
Henry, he did it too. With the New York Red Bull, he's tearing it up. We'll even go here in Montreal. Divayo did it, and Nesta did it too.
Anyways, still, great career for Michael Ballack.
Great career, but he
it ends on a sour note.
ends on a sour note. He retires and becomes a broadcaster. That's something that people were doing back in the day when they didn't have the option to come here to North America
But
to make extra.
he ended on a high.
Oh, for sure.
You remember Michael Ballack being great.
Exactly.
Alright. My red card of the week goes to Ibra. That says, I would return to Milan in a heartbeat. Is he serious?
The gypsy, the
Is
gypsy.
he serious? He switched team at least 10 times in the past 10 years. This guy has no respect for the fans. When you say a comment like that, you have no respect for the fans. I'm sorry.
Ibra Cadabra. It never
Typical
ended.
Ibra.
He's just paper. He loves to be in the papers. He loves to just stir controversy with everybody. It's like you're teasing us back here in Milan. Yes, I have to agree that maybe you did not part ways with Milan the way you wanted to part with them. But please stop killing us. We're already suffering this season watching the team that we have on. Don't tempt us with the Ibra wants to come
Anyways, another great player that's missing a few...
back. Just missing a few screws. He's fantastic. He scored again when the...
disconnected with reality.
Disconnected with reality. I'd really love to read his book, I think. Because it's probably going to be a quick read.
Has it been translated in English?
I don't know. Maybe it's going to read it in Swedish.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this week. Thank you for all your support. They've been great. We got a lot of emails.
Thank you.
Email.
Guys, please send us questions, topics. If you want to be at the show, you can post it on Facebook, you know, our Red Card Weekly page. Pictures you want us to put up, just let us know, we'll put them up. Send us emails if you want. redcardweekly@gmail.com and follow us on Twitter, please, @RedCardWeekly. We'll put some stupidity to make you laugh and
Anyway, Steve, let's end the show to Vince and our first people show.
Vince in Connecticut, cheers, my friend, cheers. Oh my God. Look at this Benedetto over here. Benedetto. Bruschetta.